it's Natasha. For today's workout, you'll need a pair of dumbbells and a single lighter dumbbell and a mat. Go ahead and start the warm-up with some shoulder circles. Grab your hands behind the back, see if you can interlace the fingers, retract your shoulders, and then swing out those arms crisscross. And then let's release all the way down into a forward fold. Just let the body hang for a breath. And walk on down to the knees for tabletop position. Rocking back and forth, spread the fingers wide, stretch into the wrists, flip your palms upside down, wiggle the fingers a bit, and take those fingers side to side as you rock. Cat-cow, round, and lift the heart and chest, round the spine, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, lengthen, swing the hips from side to side. Again, any movements that feel good for you here. This is a quick warm-up. We're gonna release into cobra, dropping the hips and pubic bone, and then some cobra rolls, rolling up the spine, rolling down. The head follows the move. Inhale, hamstring curl right, look over your right shoulder, and left, look over your left shoulder. Take a breath in, release, up dog, downward facing dog. Pedal out your down dog, bend one knee. You can swivel one knee under into a twist. These are just quick movements to warm up, rounding the spine forward, arching back, spinal waves here. Each exercise will be performed for 2 minutes. Go ahead and take a camel stretch from side to side, opening up the chest, shoulder, and a gentle back bend here. Push the hips forward, breathe into that back body. Our first move, we come into all fours. Take your time to do any last moments of stretches. You can always hit pause if you feel like you need more time, but we'll be warming up as we begin. Go ahead and come into tabletop, spread your fingers, push your shoulders down, engage your core. We're gonna take the right leg to start. Donkey, twist, knee, tuck. So we have a right donkey, right knee across the back, lift, and then high tuck. Up and tuck, twist, up and high tuck. So lift off the bottom left knee when the knee comes into the armpit, then set it down when you donkey twist. Lift and tuck, push down through the shoulders, lift up through the hips, try and get that right knee into that armpit, nice and high. Up, now straight leg, twist, tap, step on the right, kick the left. Up and twist, feel inner thigh, step right, kick left in high plank, twist, tap, step, kick, knee down, up and twist, step and kick. Coming into a 3-legged plank here. You step on the right and you kick the left in plank. Use the inner thigh as you twist. Now switch. Donkey, knee, tuck, knee in. Tuck the right toes under so that you can lift into that down dog tuck. Donkey, twist, donkey, tuck. Get twisted and lift and tuck. Push the shoulders down. Come off that right knee. Twist, lift, tuck, lift. Twist, you got it. Even if you're not doing exactly the same thing as me, just get something down and keep working. You'll get it. Lift, straight leg, cross tap. Step plank, right foot kicks, 3-legged plank. Left twist, step on it and extend the right leg behind you. You got this. Keep strong shoulders, strong core. Knee down, up and twist, step and kick. Awesome. And rest 20 seconds to get up, shake out those wrists, blink the fingers, and pick up your heavier set of matching dumbbells. The dumbbell exercises will be pretty easy to follow, so we'll just do the same move for a full 2 minutes. If you need to put the weights down for a moment, feel free to do that. First move is a deadlift, full range, then a shorter range deadlift. We're gonna hang and snatch the weights. Here we go. 1 deadlift, 1 snatch up, squat to press. Release the weights. Deadlift from the ground if you can, then a hanging deadlift, then a hanging snatch. Throw the weights up over the shoulder, squat, rack, and press. Get that sequence. You can come down through a little bicep curl release, then deadlift from the ground, hanging deadlift, a little higher, hang snatch. Momentum from the hips to throw those weight over the head, especially if you are using heavy weights. You'll need that extra power from the legs. So essentially 2 deadlifts, hanging snatch, squat, and press. See if you can get a full range deadlift, maybe from the ground up, then from just below the knees, hang snatch, squat, press. Bring the weights to the shoulder, then catch and release. Deadlift, flat back, hanging deadlift, hanging snatch, throw it up, squat, rack, press. Good, your feet are about shoulder width apart, your core is active. Keep it going. Keep that breath strong. Challenge your weights. If you've been working with the same size weights for a while, maybe it's time to level up. And hopefully you're playing some good music. I can't seem to play music anymore on YouTube because my videos keep getting copyright strikes. So I guess it's silence for my side. All right, last one here. And rest. 20 seconds to come into a side laying position with your single lighter size weight, maybe like a 5-pound weight. Come into side laying, stack your hips, stack your shoulders. You can extend your bottom arm out, and then the top arm is going to come to the hip and over the shoulder. Keep that for the first 30 seconds. Overhead pull, push, press. Keeping your shoulders and hips stacked and your core engaged. Try to make these nice, precise movements. You could lift the head a little bit up as you push press. Now set the weight down. Our top arm is going to push down and we're going to pulse the tricep and shoulder. Trying not to put that top hand down unless you need it for a little training wheel. Now, next section, we're lifting into a hip thrust and a toe tap. Little clamshell hip thrust, top toe tap. We'll keep it here for a few and then we'll add both legs lifting. 1 clamshell toe tap. Lift hips, lower hips as you widen. Now both toes elevate. Clamshell hip thrust and both legs high V, a little bit at a diagonal here. Another transition coming. Give me a couple more. Hip thrust, clamshell, open knees, and kick legs up using the abdominals. Come down to your forearm. Your inside foot lifts, and then we walk into a forearm side plank crunch. Inside toe tap, high knee, lift the hips. Toe tap, push onto the shoulder, knee to elbow. Inside toe tap, lift. Now option for the last part is to inside toe tap, step up to side plank and kick instead of tuck. Inside toe tap, lift and kick. Hips up, hips down, toe tap, hips up, tap straight legs there as you kick it forward. Inside toe tap, rest. All right, same thing on the other side. Bring that single lighter weight dumbbell into the hand, maybe a 5 or an 8. We're going that overhead press into a shoulder press. So the top arm grabs the weight. You can rest on a little forearm pillow here. Overhead press, push press. Side body, stacking hips and shoulders. And just precise movements with the arm. Overhead pull, press that shoulder up, weight over the shoulder. Keep it going, 30 seconds here. Then we have that tricep, the top arm pushes down and we pulse. Knit the ribs, pull the belly in, use the breath. Now, top arm down, pulse. Try not to put the bottom arm down unless you need it. to lighten the load. Elbows bending and straightening. Good. Come on up to the hand, clamshell, hip thrust, top toe tap. Open, close, toe tap. So you're opening and lifting in one movement, and then you're using the core to lift the top leg. Then we'll add both legs into that toe tap here. Clamshell, hip thrust, both legs lift. It's a little bit of a diagonal V lift. High V, you got it. Come to the forearm, now inside toe tap, forearm plank, knee tuck. So we have that bottom leg toe tap and then the top knee to elbow. You're lifting your hips and swinging knee to elbow. Press the shoulder down. Inside toe tap, knee to elbow. Last layer here is just straightening the toe, that top knee. You can knee and kick. So tap the toe, kick the leg. You got it. Inside toe tap, hips up, straight leg toe tap. If you're quite flexible, you might even grab those toes and use that kick as a nice stretch here. Rest. All right, moving into some kneeling push presses and some standing rows. Come into a kneeling position, grab your heavier dumbbells. When you thrust your hips forward into kneeling, you take a bicep curl. Grab onto the weight, so pull the palms in, and then a rotational push press, single, single, double. Come down and kneel. Hip thrust, bicep curl, push press, single, single, and double with that rotation happening. Good. So swing the hips, curl, push, single, single, double. And remember to turn the weights, then come down through your biceps. Curl, bicep, push press, single, single, double. Palms in and out. Lower down with control. Swing it in, hip thrust, single, single, double. Try to elevate those shoulders, strong body, strong core, lower down. Curl it in and rotate those push presses. All right, that's your first move. Little change coming. Last one here. Stand up, bent over rows. We'll go single, single, double. We'll row and double, then set the weights down, squat, pick them up. Row, single, single, bent over row, flat back, deep squat. Make sure you have a core engagement, flat back. You're not rounding the spine. You're squeezing that weight towards the rib cage and the elbow back behind the body. Set the weight down and then a deep squat, maybe all the way down to a yogi type squat, malasana. Listening to your body. Use the core. Strong shoulders, strong lats. And quick break, set the weights aside. Moving on, maybe a quick sip of water, or if you're sweaty, you might need to towel off. You can always hit pause, but otherwise come on down to seated and bring your forearms down on the mat under the shoulders. We're gonna start with the knees opening and closing right here. We're on the clock, butterfly, open, close, using your inner outer thighs. We'll do a series of different moves. Tuck and L, alternating L, and really trying to compress the tuck, thighs to belly, and then stretch your toes as far as you can apart, active stretch. Try to keep the shoulders pressing down, not sinking into them. Next one, legs are gonna start to bicycle, forward and down, and then up towards your face. Nice little bicycles, low and high. Keep the core actively engaged, the shoulders pressing down away from the ears. You got this. Couple more times. Changing the move. We're going to take it up to a high V and then a low tuck straddle. So press onto the hands in your high V. On the forearms, you'll straddle in a low V, low boat. High tuck, forearm straddle. High tuck, so you'll feel the shoulders and triceps as you press yourself into that high V. Do the best you can. You can always modify or make the exercise a little bit different to work in your body. Press down, V up, open, close. Release your arms and do these little crisscross, right over, left over. Change it to a little scissor kick. Tiny movements. You can grab the legs if you need to. Same thing on the forearms. Scissor kicks. This is a little easier with the forearms down, or you could keep the hands off the ground. And scissor kicks. One lifting, little quick flutter legs. And you made it. That was 2 minutes of some intense abdominals and maybe hip flexors, so you can press your thumbs in your hip crease and give yourself a little massage, maybe a sip of water. Moving into our next exercise, we have a swing to chest press series and then a swing to tricep curtsy. Here we go. Swing, wide elbows, chest press. Let the weights go in between the legs, hip thrust, chest press. So you're thrusting those hips for power to throw those weights up into that rack position, and then elbows close and open. This move for a full minute, it might be pretty intense if you're going heavy. Pace yourself. You can move a little slower here and use the breath. Adding on to this chest press, a push press over the head and down. Then swing, goalpost, chest press, push press, up and down. Little change there. Chest press to overhead push press. If you need momentum, add that little hip thrust, little jump in the body so you can move the weights a little bit easier and you're not muscling up just from the arms. Set the weights down for a moment and we'll go into that second part of the move. It's a swing. You're going to swing the weights all the way over the head, curtsy, tricep dip. So swing up, step curtsy, tricep dip. Swing lift, step the other way, curtsy, tricep. Swing all the way overhead. So it could move pretty fluidly. As you lift, you can step and tricep dip, or it could be two separate moves where you swing, stand, and then step over and dip. See what feels right for you. That curtsy is a diagonal step back. Both knees bend and straighten when the elbows bend and straighten. Fight this out. Engage the back of the arms. Keep the elbows high. You did it. Set those weights down. We have a fun sequence with a bunch of push-ups coming up. We're going to try to add on to the push-ups. So the first time you'll do one push-up, then loaded beast cross taps into plank twisting tucks. Here we go. One push-up here. Tuck your toes. Plank cross tap as you send the hips back. Right hand to left toes, left hand to right toes, then twisting plank tucks. Twist, try and hit your opposite elbow as you rotate the knee under the body. Now sit back in between. You can take a quick child's pose, then two push-ups. Plank, loaded beast, cross tap. You're swinging the hips back as you reach for that opposite set of toes. Set up your plank and twist. 4, 3, 2, twist 1, knees down, quick rest. Then we'll move into 3 push-ups. 3, you can do knees, chest, chin. You don't have to do full push-ups. I'm using my knees. Then plank, twisting tap. Loaded beast, send your hips back. Hover the knees. Cross tap, plank and twist. Knees down, quick child's pose. Can we do 4 push-ups? Again, on or off the knee, it's up to you. quick recovery in between if you need it, or you could just keep going. 4 push-ups, plank loaded beast cross tap, and plank twisting tucks. Knees down, rest it back. Awesome job. We're going for 5. If you have time, go for 5 push-ups. Loaded beast cross tap. And quick rest. We're going to come onto our back with our heavier weight, or maybe have both weights nearby just in case you do need to downsize. Come onto your back, bring your weight over your shoulder and your knees to tabletop. Starting to open up, lat pull down, both toes tap the floor, ground down through the low back. Keep those ribs pulled in so we're not flaring out in between. Now skull crusher, bend straight in the elbow and then knees twist away. Skull crusher, little tricep dip, and knees lateral away from the weight. So that weight can kind of anchor you down as the legs go into that side twist tuck. Now straight arm and straight leg. See if you can pull both arm and leg away and in towards the center. Inhale and exhale, pull together. We're going to switch sides now. Same series, other side. Knees to tabletop, pull, tap the toes, overhead, pull down. Exhale each one, again grounding through that low back. Your right hand is out to the side. For these, when you take your skull crusher here and then side twisting knee, press into that hand and use that weight as a counterbalance. Use your obliques to pull over and pull the weight of the legs back up. Nice. Now, straight leg, straight arm, overhead, and legs all the way out. If this feels too hard, just bend the knees again like we did the first one. Overhead, pull down, and reach it up at the top. Take the weight into both hands over the chest. We're going to just start to drop one leg at a time in an L, and then both legs, leg drops. So we'll drop one, and double. Again, still grounding down through that low back. 1, 1, and 2. You might try this with the shoulders off the mat, lifting through that upper back. And rest. Great work. We're going to come back to standing. Just a couple more exercises to go. This one involves some lunges and squats. We'll be using a single heavy weight for this one. So go ahead and pick up your weight in your right hand. When you lunge back the right leg, you'll pass it to the left hand and just keep going back and forth. Here we go. Step right, pass to the left, lunge left, pass to the right hand. Continue those lunges with a forward hinge so that you have space to get that weight under the leg and pass it to the other hand. So a lunge with a forward fold. They can be short range lunge or longer, up to you, wherever your comfort level is. And they can be a little bit quicker or slow paced. Gonna change the move coming up shortly. Set the weight down. Now lunge right and snatch that weight overhead. Lift and lower, set it down. Other side, step in, switch. So we're gonna take that weight into an overhead pull and then up, down with the lunge. Set it down, step forward. Lunge right, kind of snatching the weight over the head. High, low lunge, set the weight down. Keep that pattern, left lunge, left hand throws the weight up. High, low, straight bend, set the weight down. Right, up, down, lower, and left. Left hand. Weight up, legs straight and bend. Set the weight down. Moving into our next minute of this, we're taking a clean and a lateral push press. Rotate. Clean with a little squat and then lateral push press. Make sure your toes and knees rotate and pivot with the arm. Clean push press with a turn. So it's a little dip in the legs to clean the weight to rack position and a rotating push press. You got this. Keep that going. And break. Take your short recovery and come down on your mat. We're going to come into another side laying position, stacking your knees, hips, and your hands as well, shoulders and hands. Now open and close. Lateral rotation, thoracic twist. See if your top hand can reach beyond those bottom fingers using your abdominals. Now lift the legs. So we bend and straighten, bend, drop, and straighten up. Another little abdominal exercise and some spinal twisting. Twist in the upper body, twist and reach for 3, 2, and 1. And then hands down, legs lift. Bend and straighten. Twist and lift. Exhale to lift. Both legs are going to drop over, and then your left leg bridges up. Legs to the right, step your left foot down, single leg bridge. Leg drops right, left knee bends, thrust the hips up for bridge. Both legs to the right, left foot down, bridge lift. Keep it going. Step on the left, hip thrust. Now other side. 4 rotational abdominal crunches. Thinking of that nice thoracic spine, reaching your hand over, and then bend the knees and lift the legs straight to the sky. 4 times, 4 of each, 2 rounds there. Upper body twist and lower and exhale. Twist, reach beyond those fingers. Put the shoulders and hands down, and then the lower body, leg lifts. 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Now both legs over, your right foot knee bends, you step on the foot and hip thrust. Take the legs to the left, right foot down, bridge lift. Legs go left, lift, right knee bends, single leg bridge. Last couple, legs over, right foot down, single leg bridge. Nice job. Our last series, we're going to continue to stay on the ground, and it'll be all traditional Pilates work, starting with our roll up. Come into a forward fold. You can maybe reach those fingers beyond the toes. Stack the vertebrae. Go. Roll down the spine. Exhale. Pull the legs over the head. Legs up and over. Slowly lower the spine. Bring the legs down, and then the upper body goes again. Lift and fold. Again. Stack, round, roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. When the head lands, go ahead and lift those legs up and over. Lower down with control. Legs down, tuck the chin, lift and peel the back off the mat. Again, rolling, legs up and over. Use the breath, really activating the core to slow the roll. Now, L switches. Single leg stretch, keep those legs nice and long. Keep the shoulder blades off the mat and exhale each one as you switch. Upper body's in an isometric hold. Now crisscross, twisting, elbow to knee. Again, exhale each one. Try not to pull on the neck. Just rotate from the trunk. Add a toe tap, twist, toe tap, twist, and switch. So knee, toe, knee, switch. Knee, straight leg, bend, switch. Still on the crisscross, just adding a toe tap. Last one, roll like a ball. Round the spine, freeze in that half boat shape with bent knees to start. You can keep this position, or you can start to roll into the straight legs. Round and lengthen. Adding on, roll, then step on the right foot and reverse tabletop toe tap. Roll, bend the left knee, right hand down, hips lift and lower. One roll, bend the right knee, left hand down, hips lift and down. One more, roll, freeze, right hand down, left foot down, hips up, hips down. Awesome. Roll into chaturanga if you can. Jump back. Upward facing dog. Meet me there if you didn't make that roll. And exhale, downward facing dog. Spinal waves. Round forward, arch back. Roll forward like a tidal wave and lift that tailbone back. Lift the right leg this time. Cross your ankles, dip the hips. Right leg up, step to the side of the right hand. Spin the arm back, twist and release. Repeat. Left leg up, cross ankles, hip dip. Lift leg, step outside the left hand, lizard lunge, twist, horizon, stretch the arm over and back. Step back, right leg, cross ankles, hip dip. Right leg lifts, step outside right hand, lizard lunge, and twist. You can bring that back knee down and then step on back. Left leg, cross ankle, hip dip. Left leg steps outside left hand. Left hand horizon stretch, lizard lunge, twist and come back. Lower down to the knees, child's pose. We're going to round up to a kneeling shape, any little movements in the spine, some cat-cow, and then come onto forearms for cat-cow here. Rounding and arching. Right hand behind the head, thoracic twist. Elbow high, elbow low. Up and down. Now thread that right arm through for thread the needle. One big breath. And come on out. Now, thoracic twist, left hand to the base of the neck and lift and lower that elbow. Twisting, breathing, and thread that left arm through. Spinal twist, thread the needle. Deep breath in, big sigh out. Come on back. Swing your hips forward to cobra. Breathe into that back body, trying to lift the heart, push the shoulders down. Feel free to continue stretching. I will leave you here today. Thank you so much. Hope you got as sweaty as I did, and I'll see you on the next one.